Welcome back, episode 4 of our podcast. I'm Ryan Heeman.
And I'm Noah Strickland.
We've got some cool stuff for you today. To start off with, a little recap of the post that I made earlier a couple days ago. I basically made an update post for everyone who doesn't watch the podcast, just letting everyone know what we have in store. We got some Halo stuff in stock, like the TL3, T-Bird 3, Shrike, as well as some USDGC thrower rocks. We got a lot of these bad boys. Y'all should definitely come check them out.
Good stuff.
They vary in dominess, so you can get a flat top, you can get a not so flat top, you can get a heartbeat, bunch of cool stuff. What else do we have in here? Also, we have reached out to a few new companies that we'll keep under wraps until things are a little bit more official. So that is something cool to look forward to. Gateway also should be here sometime next week, which is pretty cool. So y'all should definitely be on the lookout for that. Let's see what we have up for the first subject real quick. If we switch over to Chrome. The Chicks Chasing Chains League is going to be held on Sunday, October 11th at 9:30 a.m.
Yeah.
Very cool stuff. Y'all should definitely get all the ladies out there should get involved in this. A brand new league to our area. Pretty cool stuff all around there. Kaylee Powers is the coordinator of all this, and she's also behind the women's disc golf Augusta group as well. So y'all should definitely check that out. What do we have next, Noah?
Okay, so next we've got the Queens Conquer Pendleton King, and it's a Throw Pink event. Let's see, it is a C-tier PDGA sanctioned singles tournament, Saturday, October 17th, 2020, at PKP in Augusta, Georgia. So this right here, let's see, it said, correct me if I'm wrong, Ryan, but the Throw Pink group, that's like a pretty women specific group, isn't it?
Yeah, it's women specific.
Women specific, yeah. So a lot of cool stuff for ladies going on around the CSRA for disc golf, and thanks to Kaylee Powers for a lot of that. She's really put her foot forward, and she's creating a lot of different ways that women can either be introduced or keep playing or competitively play the game. And she will be the tournament director for that event at PK, and the assistant tournament director will be our boy Herman Grant.
Herman. Yeah, we'll try to make it out here to maybe help them get some film done or be a part of this event in any way possible. Pretty cool stuff all around. We definitely support this, and we hope that y'all check it out. And if you know anyone that's possibly interested in either playing in the league or playing this tournament, or even just joining the Facebook group, reach out to them. It's a group of really cool girls. Y'all should definitely check them out. We'll link their stuff below. What do we have next? Let's see here. Oh yeah, the Classic.
There we go. That's some good
stuff
right there.
So the Augusta Classic, big tournament that we're having, not us, but that Augusta's having this weekend. It's going to be over 3 courses. So we're going to have Langley Pond, Pendleton King Park, and Lake Olmsted, of which Lake-O we are the course sponsor of this year, which is pretty cool. We'll be out there Saturday at Lake-O and hopefully Sunday as well at Langley set up. So y'all should definitely come and say hey to us. Let's see here. So the tournament director, Herman Grant. You also have the assistant tournament director, CJ, as well as the assistant director, Stephen Odom. Bunch of cool guys. Let's see here if there's any other information. I think you can still register. Registration is going to close probably by the time that this video is up. So
Yeah, I'm sure.
yeah, we're filming this at 5 o'clock today. So you've got about 3 hours from this time, and by the time this is up, it'll most likely be up. But there's 103 people out of 144 signed up. So really cool stuff all around there. I think that may wrap it up for events. As far as right now, we're gonna cover Mr. Jesse's Wounded Warriors tournament on the next episode. Basically talk about that a little bit. We're going to be involved with that as well. Hopefully get some cool stuff together with him done there.
Is there a date for that?
There is a date for that, but I can't remember it.
No, I was just wondering.
I'll have that information. I'll link that as well in the description, just for anyone who wants to check it out. But we will be a part of that. We'll be there. Hopefully in the way that we'll be here at the Classic. But pretty cool stuff there. And then as far as some new disc releases, this was just announced either yesterday or the day before. But the Night Strike 3, the Nate Perkins Signature Series Color Glow C-Line FD. Very cool disc. This is going to be dropped on the 30th of this month. These are going to be in very, very low supply, so you got to make sure you're going to be here the 30th to pick one of these up. And when I talk about low, I mean it's lower than the Cloudbreaker.
It's low.
They put certain restrictions on there for who could get them and how many you could get. So if you do want some of these, the best place to get it is either here or on their official website. You won't be seeing any of these for sale other than their official website. So make sure if you want one of these, either come to us or whatever time they're dropping. It's usually I think 11 a.m. for them on the East Coast for us. Just make sure you're on their website or at our shop when you if you want to pick one up.
It's like restricted to brick and mortar dealers and Discmania's actual website, right?
Yeah. Yep. So a little bit different of a drop than what we're used to seeing, but we'll see how it pans out. I think the reason they put these restrictions on is because it's a little unsure, just based on they have to get in a queue to get these made, and there's a limited supply of them, and they basically don't want the same thing happening that happens with all the other limited release stuff, where people buy them up, they put them on Facebook groups
eBay,
and auction them off. They put them on eBay and auction them off. They want to keep basically all of that from happening. Make sure dealers get them in their hands to make sure the regular consumer can get them in their hands, and that's what we want as well. So we're gonna do our best to make sure we do that and get them in as many players' hands as possible. But that's pretty much all for the limited release stuff. We don't have anything too crazy on the way.
Maybe next time.
Yeah. Sorry, Jonathan. You're gonna have to wait until next week to be in this podcast.
Yeah.
That's just how it goes. Sometimes you miss the timing on this
Couldn't
one.
fit you into the planning.
Yeah, it is what it is, but sometimes that's just the way it goes. Yeah, I mean, I think that's about it. Did you have anything else that you want to talk about, Noah, or have anything?
We got any cool topics for today?
Any cool topics?
Do you want to talk about what was happening with the Discmania stuff?
Which one?
With the order today on the Facebook?
I still don't know what you're referring to.
So, with the how they were limiting it to brick and mortar and like everything going on with all of that.
Yeah, we can speak a little bit about that. I don't know how much we're technically supposed to say, but for this, they're trying out basically for this limited release. They don't want this, they're doing things to combat dealers, whether it's brick and mortar or strictly online. Basically stopping people from auctioning these things off, selling them above MSRP.
Yeah.
Usually with limited release stuff, with normal discs, you don't have the problem. People sell them for MAP pricing, which is the minimum advertised pricing of a disc. So say if a disc retails for $16.99, that map may be like $13.99 or $14.99.
Yeah.
Most big online retailers, just to be competitive on online, because that's the only thing you can do, is put it at map pricing. Whereas brick and mortar stores have less of a problem because, you know, you get to see the product, you get to feel the product, you get to have someone to speak about it to you. Whereas, you know, the opposite side of the spectrum, you're just fighting for customers on best price. Limited release stuff you'll never see for map pricing just because there's no point. You know, that's just the nature of it. They're basically doing all of this to make sure a Night Strike 3 doesn't end up on a Facebook auction site by somebody, by a dealer that got their amount, and they're literally just auctioning off every single one they got, and they never see the public, basically.
Yeah.
So they want to make sure that these are getting out into the market at a fair price. Everyone's getting a chance. And it's very respectable to see, and you know, we're glad to see that. We didn't have any problems getting our cloud breakers because we were on the website refreshing.
The second they dropped.
Yeah, so it's, you know, it is what it is. In these times with how everything is, it's based on production and lead times on orders and all of that. It is tough to get your hands on stuff, not only as manufacturers but also as dealers and also as consumers. So it trickles down the whole way. So they're just kind of putting rules in place to make sure that everyone gets a fair shot at getting one of these that actually wants it to throw it. It kind of deters people from buying multiple, because I think you know, based on how limited dealers are with the amount that they were allowed to get, is going to determine how many you're going to allow somebody at the shop to buy. So 100% these things are going to be limited to one per customer, just based on the amount. And I'd imagine that the website is going to be either one or two as well, their website. Like I said, you won't find these things on anybody's website for sale unless somebody, I think they were talking about how if you were grandfathered in or something like that. But I want to say it's just going to be brick and mortar dealers and Discmania's official website. So
I do think that's kind of cool though.
Yeah.
Just because it kind of gives a little bit of an advantage to brick and mortar stores that they kind of didn't have before. Just because, you know, online retail has skyrocketed in the past 6 months because a lot of stores are shut down to the public. And brick and mortars have like really struggled. Thankfully, we haven't. We've done good, and we're thankful for that.
Yeah.
However,
we've been smart about the ways that we're operating and dealing.
Yeah, we've been keeping it clean and everything, and masking up, doing all the safe things just to stay open because we like working and that sort of thing. But you know, online never really had a struggle because there's no like storefront that you have to keep clean. There are no sales associates or people that you have to keep healthy in front of customers. Like you can essentially be a solo person running an entire operation behind a computer.
Yeah, and like you were talking about earlier, there's no overhead. So you pay for product, and you pay for your website hosting.
Yeah.
And if it's a one-man or a two-man, two-person operation, you know, you either pay for what you need to take home or what they need to take home, and that's it. Whereas a brick and mortar shop, you're paying for rent, you're paying for
employees, you're paying for
utilities, employees, product. There's just a whole lot more overhead, and it makes more sense to be an exclusive brick and mortar store.
Yeah.
You know, I see both sides to the story, but the argument of a brick and mortar store versus a strictly online retailer, an online retailer is never going to have trouble. The only thing an online retailer really has to worry about is driving traffic to their site.
Keeping prices low is really the only way.
Yeah, keeping prices low is one way. And it does suck that some retailers are going to miss out on this drop, but that, you know, based on how it's gone in the past, what we've seen in the past, what we've seen on eBay, what we've seen on Facebook, there were a lot of these hitting the market that probably never saw shop floors.
Yeah, I mean, guys literally will have like a side hustle business where they sell discs, which is completely cool. Like if that's what you do,
Mm-hmm.
and you sell discs as like a little side hustle, and you have a dealer account, you technically have a business and all that, which is completely fine. But they would use that dealer account to buy like 20 or 30, whatever the max was for Cloudbreaker 2s. Like I'm sure that happened.
Mm-hmm.
They would buy their max amount of Cloudbreakers, and every single one of them would end up on eBay. Like I saw one eBay ad where you can literally pick the weight and you could pick the color of your Cloudbreaker.
Yeah, and it was like 35.
Yeah,
it was like 35.
It was like all Cloudbreakers, and the dude wasn't even trying to be slick about it. Like they were all. I believe the price was $160. It was a fixed price, $160 a disc, and some of them were sold. It's pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, and keep in mind, us saying all this, there are plenty of online retailers or people who deal through Facebook that literally the only upcharge that they're making is to cover shipping.
Yeah.
There's plenty of people out there that are doing the right thing, but there's also a lot of people who aren't, and it's going to be very hard to regulate people that aren't. I was about to say aren't as a legitimate business, but it technically is a legitimate business.
Yeah.
But when you are, you got to give tax information, and you have a shipping address that's separate from your home.
Yeah.
And it's just a little bit harder to regulate that market, that group of people that are so. I mean, it's hard. It's a hard market. Yeah, it's a side hustle. For some people, maybe it's their main thing. For other people,
yeah.
But,
well, I'm not the biggest hater of like online auctioning for discs. Like I think that's a cool thing in and of itself. I've participated in that as a seller and a consumer before. Like I've bought and sold things off of auction sites before.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but taking advantage of a dealer account that you have that you're supposed to have in order to sell discs to the public at like either MAP or MSRP, and using that to pretty much mooch as much profit as you can, off of the disc. Like it's just a dirty move, and a little bit of markup wouldn't hurt anyone, but when you're literally charging like 80 to like 200. I saw one Cloudbreaker 2 yesterday for $260.
Yeah.
It's a cotton candy color one. It's ridiculous, but beautiful disc though. But if you're doing that, I mean, you're playing a pretty dirty game. So that's I don't know. I think those kinds of people got what they deserved with this particular disc drop because they can't get it now, and the only way you can get it is if you go to a store that is a physical business, like a real business, and not to say that the other ones aren't, but like a real concrete business, like we are here, and you can go here, and you have to buy them here. It pays our bills. We're the ones struggling right now. I'm speaking for all brick and mortar stores. We're the ones struggling in the grand scheme of retail economy and things like that,
as opposed to like online.
as opposed to online. We explained that earlier, but. And you can't really take that inventory from us. You can't take away that customer base. But I think it would be interesting to see if they do this for more discs. I would kind of be happy about it.
I mean, I would be happy about it. There's going to be a lot of people that are mad about it, but at the end of the day, it's not. If you're relying on the smallest amount of Night Strike 3s to drive traffic to your website, there may be larger issues with driving traffic to your website.
Yeah.
For online disc retail, we've thought about it, doing it in the past. That is a tough business to compete with some of the larger dealers because they'll have pictures of every disc. They'll have disc weight. They'll have ratings on how firm it is, how domey it is. You know exactly what you're getting. And you also get MAP pricing for pretty much everything.
Yeah.
Minus limited release stuff.
It's super cool. I mean, Let's see. I've bought from Infinite and I've bought from Hyzer Farm on eBay. They're like an eBay store.
Mm-hmm.
And Hyzer Farm's my favorite because the lady that runs it or whatever out of Washington State, she writes a handwritten letter like with your name and like talking to you on the receipt every single time you order something.
They got a legit store.
Yeah, like they're cool.
Yeah.
And they, let's see, what did I ordered one Discraft disc that we couldn't get a hold of here just because I wanted to see what it was and see if we should get it.
The Buzz OS.
Yeah, it was the Buzz OS actually, and we got that, or I got it, and it was like, thanks Noah for the order. Glad to see that our products are making it down south. And I was like, man, that's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ordered some stiff P-line P2s from them again, and she was like, thanks for the second order, Noah. Like, we really appreciate it. It was like super cool.
Yeah.
Because they're in operation. Like, they are big. On
Yeah,
eBay.
they're if they are working out of like a house, it's like super official.
And there's nothing else in that house but discs. I'll tell you that
Yeah,
much.
I mean, if you take a look at their page, it's something stupid like 1,300 variations of or 1,300 SKUs, not even variations of product, which is cool.
But it's super cool, and obviously everyone loves Infinite. Their service is really good.
Yeah.
Like, you like that?
Yeah. Yeah, but like Infinite, OTB, Hyzer Farm, that they're hard to compete with for online. So I get why smaller retailers want access to this, but at the same time, the key to driving traffic and doing better lies in other things, not necessarily disc releases.
Make your customer service good, and you won't have to worry about what you carry.
Mm-hmm.
People don't shop with you because of what you have, because 30 other online retailers have what you have.
Yeah.
People shop with you because there's a cool or unique twist.
Mm-hmm.
Like, right now people like shopping with us because, A, we're like the only place in town right now.
Very true.
But also, I mean, I feel like we do have like a good edge. Like we're either you or I, like we're not afraid to talk to people about discs, and we're not afraid to admit that we're not the best disc golfers. Like, we didn't know what it was before we even got it. But
also not afraid to admit that we're wrong.
Yeah.
Even though we may talk about we've talked about sort of some controversial stuff, but
I'm completely cool with it, and I'm sure our viewers are cool with it too.
Yeah.
So.
We're learning as we go and
having fun with it.
Yeah, we are so thankful and blown away by the amount of support. I know we've said this and we probably sound like just like we're just repeating ourselves, but the amount of support we've seen and the amount of people, new customers that have came in is just awesome. We love it. We said that we wanted to grow with it, and we have quadrupled what we carry in store in the past like 2 months. So we started off with this tiny little display with 100 discs, and we're up to
even that, I don't think.
Yeah, it was like under 100 discs.
Yeah.
And we grew what brands we carry, and now we're up to over 1,000 discs in store. And we're not planning on really stopping the growth until we feel that it's at a comfortable and until it's at a comfortable level to support what this area needs. We want to get to the point where we are literally the go-to spot if you're looking for anything. I know that can be hard to do just based on manufacturing restrictions and certain molds being out of stock, but we want to get to that point, and we'll be there very, very soon. Hopefully when fall hits or 2021 hits, the availability of things will be stronger, and we will kind of fine-tune what we're doing and just make it an overall better experience for everyone. So
hopefully we're going to nail down some good online stuff too.
Yeah, we want to get to that point where we're going to be able to give everyone value and online for anyone that needs stuff. I want to get us to a point where our online store is not affecting what our customers in store come in to look at.
Yeah.
And right now, if we were to do that, if we were to put our inventory, say, if we did weights, firmness, dominess,
colors,
matte pricing, I mean, our inventory would be blown through, And I don't think that would necessarily be fair to the people that come and shop with us.
Yeah, because that's the first priority.
Yeah, the first priority is always going to be local.
Mhm.
So we don't want to do that too prematurely to where it takes away from what we offer to people local to our area. Because we're trying to, if disc golf is a sport, grows in the U.S., that's great, but we're really trying to help it grow here. And the first thing to that is going to be making sure we have inventory on hand for people in store that day. So that's the number one priority. But that is in the future. I'm glad you brought that up. Eventually we will try our hand at the online retail, but not yet.
What you know about the link?
The link is cool. It's like a very flat, very board flat
KC
beaded putter. Yeah, it's like a KC Pro AVR, but this is like this is more of like a classic blend.
You hear that?
Yeah, I can hear that. I'm sure they heard
tacky,
it too.
Bro. That's tacky.
You have the microphone peaking over there. This is a pretty cool putter. I know a lot of people like these. A lot of people are putting these or throwing these. This is a very popular choice to throw as a driving putter.
These feel sweet.
Yeah, they do. Might have to pick one up. Escape
nice.
Outdoors, 4275 Washington Road. Get your Discmania, Discraft, Innova, Trilogy, MVP, Mint Discs, soon to be Gateway, soon to be some other cool brands too.
Yeah, I was about to say other cool stuff. You're almost leaving out. Shop phone number is 706-869-8080. And you can call us from 10 o'clock in the morning to 8 o'clock at night or come into the shop. That would be Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And Sunday we are 12 to 5.
7 days a week.
7 days a week.
I didn't mean to yell that.
No, I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah. They need to know that, what's that word? That confidence that we have that we are open 7 days a week.
Okay, 7 days a week.
So 7 days a week, you can come buy discs in this shop. And 5 or 6 out of those days, either of us will be here. And I really think the only day that both of us aren't here is what? Sunday?
It's Sunday.
And
so if you're coming to see us, Sunday's the worst day to do it. But
Sunday is not a day.
And he's a great alternative to not seeing us.
Y'all ain't even seen Seth yet. And when Seth starts coming on this thing, the views.
It's game over. We're gonna just, I don't want to say apex, but
we're gonna start climbing.
I think number one thing that we're in need of is a new webcam. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, I'm not the most knowledgeable person when it comes to like videos and stuff like that. However, I could see the light getting a little bit better up over here, down here. And
let us know what y'all think about a new webcam.
And what's good.
And what's good.
Tell us what's good.
Tell us what you like. Tell us what you don't like. Tell us what we need to improve on. If you say that we need new microphones, it's going to hurt my feelings. Because I think that's the best thing. But if that is your opinion, tell us.
Let us know. We are completely open to any suggestion. And that's with everything in the store. Some of the brands that we carry, such as Patagonia, North Face, Mountain Khaki on running Danner boots. We carry Lacrosse, we carry Chaco, we carry Smartwool, we carry on and on and on. Also with bikes, we've
Perception kayaks, Dagger kayaks, Wilderness Systems, Rocky Mountain bikes, Scott Sports.
We carry just a ton of stuff. On top of the disc, we carry Ray-Bans, we carry Smiths, SunClouds, Rayos floating sunglasses. If you don't believe me, come try them out. We'll throw them in the toilet over there and prove to you that they do indeed float. So, a lot of cool stuff going on in here. A lot of fun stuff that we both enjoy very much. So, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or violent objections about anything that we talk about, sell, promote, we're open. Really, we just like talking to people. So, just holler at us if there's ever anything you want to talk about or ask about or suggest. And I believe that is all.
Yeah. Drop us a DM. Call us, email us, send us a letter, send us a postcard.
Send a carrier pigeon.
Yeah, whatever you got, we'll take it. But yeah, we're open to suggestions.
Throw a rock through the window with a note on it.
Do not do that. Absolutely not. But
I'll open the door and you can throw it just in the store.
yeah, that would be a little bit better. But with that being said, I think we covered everything we wanted to cover. Next week we're gonna have some really cool stuff. We'll probably have some Night Strike 3s in by next week, so we'll be
Who
able
knows?
to be able to show you. You won't be able to get them yet, but we'll be able to show you. But yeah, should have some restock. Should have some cool stuff in. So I think that wraps it up.
Yeah, I think we're good.
Made it to 30 minutes.
That's a healthy amount. Also, if y'all have suggestions about the time, holler at us. Because I've heard people say, man, we love hearing y'all yip and yap about this for an hour and a half. Then I've heard people say, y'all talk way too much. So
Yeah.
let us know.
We've heard all ends of the spectrum.
We might take a vote. And
Might take a vote.
Whatever happens, we'll do the most.
Because this is a democracy.
Democracy is the greatest. And, we'll figure out what to do.
Yep. As always, thank you. Like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube.
Share this video. Comment on this video. Do whatever you want with it as long as something's happening. We're cool with it.
All right.
See y'all.
See ya. Bye.